Let's declutter like a mother and get rid of at least 100 items in this video. I am setting that goal for myself. We are getting rid of at least 100 items in this video. Probably not more, but no less than 100 items will leave and be decluttered out of my home by the end of this video. We are focusing on the bathroom today because, as you can see, there's a lot of crap here. I am one woman. I do not need 1,000 products to maintain this face. I need a lot, but definitely not 1,000. And we are working through this in a step-by-step process today because I got to get my kids in a few hours. I have an alarm set on my phone, so don't you worry. I'm not going to forget to get my kids from school, but we don't have a lot of time and I want to do a thorough job. As long as I'm doing this, I want to do a good job. So we're starting with step one, which we all know is to get everything out of the space and put it into one giant mountain of a pile. So I'm removing everything from the counters, cabinets, shelves, drawers. When I shook that out, I just got soap water all over my face and in my mouth. Any item that is not affixed to a wall is coming out and getting put into the pile so that we can sort through it and decide ultimately if we want to keep it, donate it, offer it to a friend, or just completely declutter and trash it. Most of this stuff, I think we can agree, is not donatable. I'm not going to donate this almost used toothpaste. Actually, this is completely used. Number one thing we're decluttering is this completely used up toothpaste. But let's get right into it with this Declutter With Me video.
There's a lot of stuff that I am pulling out here, so I am being proactive, and after I pull things out, I am going to clean it because as I start going through the decluttering process, I know there's still going to be a lot that I want to keep, and the keep pile is gonna turn into a mountain, so I might as well clean this so I can kind of put away as I go.
Okay, when I said I had an excessive amount of product, I really meant it. This is why it looked like it was an explosion up top, because I couldn't fit anything else here. All right, I just removed everything from these things that are super dirty. I'm going to throw them into the dishwasher quick, along with this toothbrush holder. I do not hand wash as much as humanly possible, so this is all just going in the dishwasher. I have 3 categories for what is about to happen with everything over here. I have my huge keep bin, of course trash, because people don't want to use my used stuff. And then I have this little bin here that will be unused items that I just don't really need, but maybe my friends or family will want it, so I'll give it to them. All right. Let's get comfortable in here. I want to spend some time hanging out and appreciating my friends. I'm mildly doing the Marie Kondo thing, which is to show my appreciation for all these items before I get rid of them. We all know that I don't declutter based off of gives joy, because only friends, family, and food give me joy. So that is not very helpful to me. Sorry, Marie. I've gotten really pretty good at decluttering over the last few years. If y'all know my journey, it was real bad when I first started a few years ago. I'm really just going to declutter on, have I used this item in the last year? If not, I can probably get rid of it. And really that's it. I'm just gonna keep items if I've used them in the last year and they're still good. You know, I had that whole speech about like, I don't keep things because they give me joy. That's not 100% true, because I am keeping this. I mean, I do like CeraVe products, so I'm definitely keeping it because I would use it anyways. But this, when I received it, it truly brought me so much joy because I really like Michael Cera. And I don't know, I guess he had some partnership with CeraVe, Michael CeraVe. I got a couple Michael CeraVe products, and anytime I buy, a refill of this moisturizing cream, I'm gonna just put it into this container. I will forever own this Michael CeraVe tub. Anyways, I'm dilly-dallying and wasting so much time right now. We need to get to decluttering. Since we've deemed it a keep, it's going in here. And once this gets a little more full, we will start putting stuff away. I'm counting in my head, the declutter number 2. We're getting to 100. Despite getting laser hair removal 2 separate times in my life, I still need these razors. It's sad. Still need them. I don't need this anymore, but this, if you get a C-section or have recently had a C-section, I recommend this to make sure that your scar doesn't keloid or get any bigger. It really worked out well for me. I've already identified an enormous amount of keeps, so I'm going to start putting this away back in here so that I have more space to declutter and work here. This bin here is going to have all of my oral care items. I also have all my hair tools. And then I'll need to figure out ultimately what I want to go in here. I have this old makeup container that I always refill with my feminine hygiene products. I mentioned the fact that I, like many women, get a period once a month in one of my Costco Shop With Me videos. And several people commented that I should get laser ablation. Is that what it's called? But basically, you know, I was complaining about having a period, as most women do. And there's this ablation thing, which I should not be talking about when I haven't looked it up. But leave a comment. If any of you have gotten this ablation thing, did it work? Did it hurt? Do you like it? Is it worth it? I'm assuming it means you won't have babies anymore, which, you know, as of right now, I'm cool with that prospect. I already have 3. But let me know in the comments if you know even what I'm talking about this ablation thing, or if people are just tricking me and there's not this magic thing that makes your period easily disappear. Before I hop back in the tub, I'm going to look through this to see if there's anything I can get rid of. I haven't used these blushes in over a year. Don't use these bronzers anymore. I will always need these freaking oil absorbing sheets ever since middle school. I've used multiple a day, every single day, and that still holds true now as an adult. I really do love this Naturium brand by Susan Yara, who is a fellow YouTuber. I personally, for whatever reason, vitamin C complexes always give me some sort of hives. Doesn't matter what brand I use. So I have not used these. They will go to a friend. My absolute #1 favorite palette. I got a backup here. Oh, I loved this Tati Beauty eyeshadow palette so much. I don't really wear eyeshadow. If I wear eyeshadow, it's always the contour shade in this Cali Contour palette. Literally every day. Doesn't matter if it's, you know, for just a light makeup day or a glammed out day. I don't think I look that great in eyeshadow. I just am good with a little bit of brown, and that's it. So even though this was a beautiful, well-loved palette while I had it, it's also just super old at this point. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 items right there. I'm so proud of myself. We're at 16, 17, 18, 19 items decluttered so far. 20, because I don't need this random little bag. Keeping with decluttering the larger items first, let's go through this tiered organizer next. I love Secret deodorant. I have nothing against whatever like cancerous items they have in there to block your pores and make sure you don't sweat, because I'm a sweaty person and I need that. But these specifically give me a rash for some reason. So declutter. This drawer is just my backup deodorants. And then I'm going to put all my extra razor heads in here. I got all my Costco deodorants and razors organized here because my German father did not do me any favors in the hair and deodorant department. My mom, Japanese, 0 sweat. She doesn't even need to use deodorant. 0 body hair. She doesn't own a razor. I inherited 0% of that gene. All right, next on this tier, got all my hair stuff. I'm gonna get a lot of declutters out of this drawer here. I keep this jar in here to store all my little loose hair ties, because they can get real disorganized real quickly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more things to add. This is the last really, I guess, big item, even though it's full of little items, but it's the last big container I have before we focus on just all the little crap that remains in the tub. A lot of this though is PR. So I haven't used a lot of this. I mean, I have used this. Love this face wash. I have 3 of these. Probably don't need 3, so I'm going to give one to a friend. But I really do like these products, specifically in the summertime. As I said before, I have the oiliest face on the planet, and this is a matte moisturizer, which is super helpful for me in the summertime when my skin is oilier than ever in the Texas heat and humidity. So this is my favorite summer moisturizer to wear underneath a sunscreen. Speaking of summertime SPFs and having an oily, shiny face, this is my favorite setting spray. SPF 45 Set and Protect Matte Sheer Setting Spray Mist. Now, is it completely matte? No, but in terms of sunscreen setting mist, it is the most matte you can get. Still shiny, so I feel like it's more of a dewy glow. I don't need any of these 5 attachments. I have all these cute face masks, but honestly, I never use these. I always do some sort of more extreme exfoliating treatment. All right, we get to focus on all the little things now. There's a lot of little things here.
Super speed through here, but I got rid of a lot of crap.
I mean, this bag is getting pretty full of tiny little things. I think it's safe to assume that I'm going to be decluttering well over 100 items, not even counting anymore, because I don't even know what number I'm at. If I had to give a rough estimate right now, I would say I'm at 75 total decluttered items. I absolutely love this agency brand skincare. It's basically tretinoin and some other stuff. I don't know. You can see what's in it there. But it works so well, and I feel like my skin looks better than it did 5 years ago because of this. I guess I put this under my eyes. This also is so good. On the days I don't use this, I use this. When I start getting acne, this Kate Somerville, my Cali Contour palette, I love so much. I've hit pan. I'm basically just using the dust left in here, and then I use the blush in here. So I don't even need, oopsies, this little blush. I have not used this in the last year, but I have not used this Tanologist drops in the last year. However, I'm going to keep it because I'm basically just using this as an opportunity to tell you that I have a boyfriend. If you didn't watch my last Costco shop with me, I mentioned it there. If you've seen some of my shorts, I've mentioned it in my shorts, or if you follow me over on Instagram and TikTok, I did like this whole 3-minute post about it. Anyways, I do have a boyfriend, and I'm using this as my opportunity to bring him up because we are going to Cabo in April. And it's not going to be warm here in Texas prior to then. And I am also just, for me, I'm very pale right now. And I want to look tanned and bronzed when we go to Cabo. And so this is what I'm going to use for that. But I'm going to finish decluttering this stuff. And as I do, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the origin story of me and my now boy toy. He's not a boy. He's like 40. He's a man. This is empty. I'm just going to call him Paul for now. I feel like because I've never really showed my family, I don't consider my page to be a family channel. I've never showed my kids' faces. I feel like I'm going to treat Paul the same way. I'm going to keep him anonymous. And if I do show little snippets of him, like I recently showed our trip to Aspen, but if I show things with my kids or with him, it's always the back of their head, or I put a little emoji over their face, just because I feel like not everyone wants to be all over the internet. And I definitely, in the case of my kids, they definitely, in my mind, can't consent to having their faces on the internet. So I always cover their face. But anyways, where was I going with this? Anyways, the point I was trying to make here is I'm going to keep Paul anonymous because it's not like we're married or anything yet. And so I'll say maybe a little piece of it is, I don't want egg on the face if he just decides to up and leave me. I have abandonment issues maybe a little bit. And so I don't know. I'll share bits because he is a big part of my life right now, but he also doesn't want to be all over the internet. He's a very private person, and I don't know, where was I with this? I always lose my train of thought. The point I was trying to make is I'm keeping Paul anonymous because I've generally kept a lot of things pretty private and anonymous in my personal life. I love making videos. I love YouTube. I love sharing as much as I can with you guys, and I don't know, just having a creative outlet for myself that hopefully is helpful to others while I also get shit done around the house. But the weird thing about doing YouTube and stuff like that, there's a fine line between sharing way too much and having your life become like just displayed all over the internet and actually sharing life experience that I feel like could be helpful. And what I always try to do is I try to hopefully share things that are helpful or relatable for people who might be going through similar situations without completely airing out all of my dirty laundry. Even though I do feel like I share a lot of my dirty laundry, trust me, it can be a lot dirtier over here, and I'm just not going to share to that excessive amount. I feel like y'all still think that my life is pretty sunshiny over here, and that's just because I'm a sunshiny person. It's really not been that sunshiny over here for a long time, but I don't know. I guess that's the other piece of making all of the videos and stuff that I make is I just try to keep things positive even when things aren't always positive. Obviously, y'all know I got a divorce. I'm splitting custody of my kids. There's a lot of stuff that's happened and, you know, obviously not great. I just try to make the best of it. And hopefully through people going through similar situations, seeing me make the best of it, hopefully it helps you make the best of whatever you're going through. That's all I'm trying to do here. And then also get shit done, because even when shit hits the fan and life isn't perfect, you still got to take care of stuff around your house. There's still always going to be laundry. There's still always going to be dirty dishes. There's still going to be crap that accumulates because maybe you do a little bit too much retail therapy and then you got to go declutter. So that is what's happening right now, is I'm decluttering from all the crap that's gone through. I'm decluttering things, and I'm hopefully also decluttering negative emotions that may have come up in the last month, year and a half, 5+ years of my life. There's a lot of stuff. Definitely over 100 items in here, and this isn't even like what I'm giving to my friends. We have all of our trash, keep, and what's going to friends, and I just pulled everything out of the wash. There's so much in my little keep bin that I am just setting it all out here right now, just so I can see what I'm working with. And once I see what I'm working with, it'll be easier to figure out how I want to organize these little spinny things. One thing I will say about these clear organizing whatever things is they really do hold so much stuff and so much, I mean, of what probably kind of is clutter, but I want to keep it, and it makes it look organized, even though it is an excessive amount of product that ultimately gets put on this thing. Right, I got both clear containers, and I'm just going to start filling them as I go. That whole pile fits right there. Voila, here is the final. Look at everything. These two things really are amazing at how much stuff they hold from that mountain that was previously there. And we got what's stored under here. I put a little bit of the excess from there and just stuck it down here. You know what? I could actually, this is pretty empty over here. I can move some of this excess over. Then we got this, all my oral care behind some of my extra stuff. I mean, really, I got a lot of empty drawers going on over here now, or at least not fully full drawers. You can't clean clutter, so I am very content with the end result here. I just noticed this mirror is kind of dirty. I know I'm not supposed to spray like when I have stuff on the counter, but you know, I would have done this sooner had I not just realized it being all splattery and dirty right now. I'm very happy with the end result of today, and everything looks so clean.
I have no clue what happened here. The sound recorder just stopped recording, but overall, feel positive and good about today. If you want to keep hanging out and decluttering with me, I will have some playlists floating over the screen at this point, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!